Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and today we'll be doing our September releases. I can't believe September is almost upon us, that's wild. But here we go. So my first book is The Mars by Lisa Ludecki. There are two things 17-year-old Emma Carver is known for. The fact that she grew up beside a sprawling block and that her sister went missing over a year ago. No leads, no clues, no trace. Having spent much of the past year trying to heal from the tragedy in the Golden Sun of the West Coast, Emma has just returned to Maine, feeling like 3,000 miles wasn't enough to escape the ghost of her past, both literal and metaphorical. Her return to New England brings her little comfort or closure. Her father seems convinced she should have stayed away, and her family's old farmhouse that stands by the bog, known as the Mars, seems particularly upset to see her again. Darkly familiar shadows and specters fill her dreams, her periphery and the quiet spaces between her thoughts. But something else is following her, pulling her to the Mars, and it's growing stronger by the day with the help of a local boy who had confessed his feelings for her just before she went away. Emma delves deeper and deeper into the mystery of the growing hauntings and learns that not only might her sister still be alive, but she's willing to put herself in grave danger. There might just be a chance to save her. Comes out on September 30th. My next one is I Killed the King by Rebecca Mix. After a decade of war, the kingdoms of Arendelle and Estalia have finally agreed to peace as nobles and magic wielders from both countries arrive at remote Castle Arendelle for a historic all-night masquerade to celebrate. King Costas summons an unlikely group to the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince. That kind of sounds weird. Okay, anyways. He has a sterling bride to be his personal guard, a wild beast tamer. Then the palace is questionable new healer, but before Costas can reveal why he has gathered them, the castle goes dark. Comes out on September 16. My next book is Thorn Season by Kira Azad. In the kingdom of Daladon, a persecuted few are wielders in the possession of magical scepter, a shimmering thread that can extend beyond the visible body to give a loving caress, pick a lock, even kill. Feared for this ability, wielders have always been hunted. Alyssa Payne, heiress and daughter of a hunter family, is also a wielder. At 18, Alyssa knows she's escaped execution, thus far only due to pay for self-control and the efforts of her beloved father. Summoned to the harsh and glittering royal court for the Tibetan season, Alyssa finds herself caught in a web of intrigue and betrayal, and caught between two equally dangerous and one a brutal ruler with the hands and face of a fairy tale prince, who would destroy her if he knew the truth, and the other a beguiling foreign ambassador with secret agendas of his own. Comes out on September 11th. My next book is The House of Quiet by Christian White. To save her sister, she must enter the house. In the middle of a deadly bog sits the House of Quiet. It's a place for children whose procedure dragon powers too terrible to be lived with. The last hope for treatment. No one knows how they healed or where they go afterward. Bertie has begged, bargained, and blackmailed her way inside as a maid, determined to find her missing sister Magpie. But what she discovers is more mysterious. Inside of the distant children who undergo the procedure in hopes of social advancement, the house blooms with aristocratic teens wielding strange powers they never should have been burdened with. Though Bertie wants to ignore them, she can't help drawn to a historic and silent forest, charmed by clever River and concern for the youngest residents, and with fellow maid Minnow keeping tabs on everything Bertie does, danger is everywhere. Comes out on September 9th. The next book is Keep Your Friends Close by Cynthia Murphy. She's also the author of Minute Game, I believe. So, Chloe Roberts is on top of the world at Morton Academy. She is a shoo-in for Head Girl and the lead spot in School Secret, Jewel and Bone, but then her best friend Nikita Patel betrays her and her life comes crashing down. Things take a darker turn when Chloe stumbles upon the Book of Crime and Punishment, a record of every misdeed committed by Morton students and the fitting penalty. And it's not long before entries in the book start to match up with murders of Jewel and Bone members. Anyone can be a suspect. Comes out on September 11th. My next book is Daughter of the Underworld by Catherine Core and Elizabeth Core. Denya is trapped as one of the Soul Survivors serving the god Hades on Earth. Her future is tied to the task of sheep-herding, the dying from the mortal wolf, unless she can earn or steal enough to buy her way out. So when the tyrant ruler Orpheus offers both fortune and freedom to whoever can retrieve his dead wife, Eurydice, from the underworld, Diana jumps at the chance. To succeed, however, she must enter an uneasy alliance with a group of fellow Survivors, and that she neither likes nor trusts. As the perilous journey into the realm of Hades begins, with the reward of freedom ahead, what will it take for Diana to reach her prize? Well, that's an interesting question. Comes out on September 9. My next book is Season of Fear by Emily Cooper. In the Bavarian village of Heloisine, when women feed their terror to an ancient state of fear, and returned and protects them from the monsters of the Hexenwald, the haunted fortress on their doorstep, born unfearing, I don't know how to pronounce this, Elise? Oldenwald has felt like an outsider all her life. When the saint discovers Ellie's divergence, Elleva's she must find her fear. This timings are really odd sometimes. What does this mean? Elleva's she must find her fear? Or the saint will devour his sister Dorothea, the only person who loves Elise unconditionally. Unwilling to lose Thea, Elise enters the Hexenwald. She hopes that horrors will finally unleash her fear and in turn save her sister. But during her quest, Elise ultimately uncovers something more sinister than the monsters that haunt the darkness within herself. As the forest closes and Elise's hopes for a normal future begin to slip away, as well as the chance to save not just Thea but all women in Helen's Sea. Comes out on September 2nd. My next book is When We Were Monsters by Jennifer Levine. At an elite New England boarding school, 8 students are selected for an exclusive storytelling workshop with the one and only Meredith Graham, an enigmatic writer, director, and actress. For 60 days, they will live in the isolated estate of the school's founder, surrounded by snowy woods and the storm-tossed seas. Only one of them will walk away with the life-changing opportunity to realize their creative dreams. Everyone, including Graham, has compelling reason to be there. Effie, the orphan, Isaac, the legacy, Ness, the wallflower, Lama, the outsider, and Alor, whose unexpected arrival leaves Effie spiraling, but only the most ambitious will last a term. Graham's unorthodox methods push the students past the breaking point, revealing their darkest secrets, taking unthinkable risks, and slowly starting to turn on one another, but Graham never expected the way they would turn on her. Comes out on September 2nd. My next book is Great Flowers by Arnold Claus. Marry the prince, then kill him. Princess Madalena and her twin sister Enzina, I don't understand the name, I'm so sorry, were born attached and had their hands separated right after. That's the only time the sisters ever held hands. The girls' personalities have been shaped in ascendant families' drive to make the kingdom more than what it is, unrespectable and lonesome, and that place where deceit fills the palace walls like mold. Madalena is different from her family. She's considered the weak one and only finds peace in the garden, tending her magical flowers were pejoratively called wayflowers because they are ideal for torture and torment. Secretly, she dreams of escape and a new life. Then, Inez, who was betrothed to the heir of a wealthy kingdom, Prince Eric, and gets trapped in Vine, a terrifying purgatory, and begs Madalena to set her free. Now not only must Madalena take her sister's place as Eric's bride-to-be, but she also must finish Inez's secret mission. Inez just wasn't sent to marry Prince Eric, but to kill him too, and solidify a profitable pact with his treacherous uncle. Comes out on September 2nd. My next book is Never After by Su Lin Tan. She is also the author of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. So this is like a Cinderella retell. Life in the Iron Mountains is harsh and unforgiving. After the death of her beloved uncle, Yin has survived by becoming a skilled thief and an even better liar. When she acquires an enchanted ring that holds the key to a brighter future, it is stolen by her step-aunt, and Yin must venture into the imperial heart of the kingdom to seize it back. Amid the grandeur of the palace, Yin catches the eye of the ruthless and ambitious prince, who tempts her with a war she never imagined, but nothing as it seems, for she soon is trapped in a tangle of power, treachery, and greed, her only ally the cunning advisor from a rival court, who keeps dangerous secrets of his own. To break free, she must unravel the mystery of her past, and fight for a future that both frightens and calls to her. Comes out on September 23rd. My next book is The Dead of Summer by Ryan La Sala. Welcome to the island of Anchor's Mercy. For generations, Anchor's Mercy has welcomed visitors from all over the world to revel in the island's pristine beauty and queer culture. But something is wrong, very wrong, and only a involved man is going to have to figure it out if he wants to stop the island and everyone upon it from drowning within a supernatural radiant plague rising from the waves. This kind of reminds me of that book from Leo Chabraco. I forget what's it called, but it kind of reminds me of that. Comes out on September 16. My next book is Wine with Villains by Rebecca Ross. Born in the fire-lit domain of the underworld, Matilda is the youngest goddess of her clan, blessed with humble messenger magic. But in a land where gods often kill each other to steal power and alliances break as quickly as they are forged, Matilda must come of age sooner than most. She may be known to carry words and letters through the realms, but she holds a secret she must hide from even her dearest of allies to ensure her survival. And to complicate matters, there is a mortal boy who dreams of her, despite the fact that they have never met in the waking world. Comes out on September 2nd. My final book is the actual sequel to Blood and Tea by Hafsa Fazil. It's called A Steeping of Blood, which I loved the first book. A Tempest of Tea is the first book. She had the tea, now she's out for blood. White roaring is sharpening its fang after the deadly night that left the city in shambles. The press is dead and the public calls for justice. Vampires are in danger, and amid the turmoil, the ramp announces a celebration. Still reeling from the bloodshed, athlete Casimir has no time to mourn the death of anyone, let alone her own. She has no time to look for love either, but had saved her life. As Audley navigates new emotions and new allies, she must reassemble her scrambled crew and scrape what little they have left to fight one last time, and she will need to face the ghosts of her past to do it. Comes out on September 23rd. So those are all the books that I want to read in September, or like the releases that will come in September. There will be more, but these are just I'm really excited for, so I'm hoping they'll all be good. I'm quite interested in Tempest of Tea, because I love the first book, so I'm hoping this sequel won't let me down. But yeah, let me know what books you're interested in September, and please like, comment, subscribe to be notified every time I post. I'll see you on my next one. Bye!